Hello, I'm Johnny, and welcome to the Ginger Geek Vlogs. Oh, yes, something a little different, and hopefully the start of a long journey. So, I've been thinking about this for a while. I think I did one like years ago, and I didn't really kind of continue it. So, but this is going to be the start now of just kind of showcasing off kind of bits and points of kind of my life, which isn't very exciting, but that's YouTube. But here we are. So, if you don't know me, my name is Johnny, and basically, I love collecting toys. Anything kind of Marvel, Doctor Who, Star Wars. I love Lego. There's DVDs I like. So, there's many different kind of things that I like to kind of collect, and I thought this would be a good way to kind of showcase off myself and my passion by doing this. This is going to be an entire collection video, so it's going to be a bit of a long one, but it'll be hopefully you'll enjoy it. So let's get going. So first of all, I should say is this is the ground floor right now. I actually live upstairs in the loft. So this is what's gonna before you get to the stairs to the loft. So I have my Star Wars collection in the corner, which is a bit kind of awkward, but it's all kind of here. So let's get a bit closer. So in the top shelf, you can see there, and I'm gonna say right now, they're all empty. Kind of everyone. I just kind of like still kind of collecting the boxes, so I kind of wanted to kind of still. I just kind of like the way they look. Bar from the Tantive 4, is that how you pronounce it? I can never remember. That actually has got some. Still got this the original unboxed. That one there. Just go to the left here. Is all the kind of my boxed vintage collection stuff, which I really like kind of keeping a wall of boxed. I just think they look really nice kind of all together. You see there, and then kind of going on the shelf here is some of my Lego that I have. Obviously, AT-AT Walker, the AT-ST Walker, Imperial Shuttle, TIE Fighter, and then kind of going, we've got some Jedi Starfighters and the X-Wing. I built these myself, these kind of stands for the just now. I think they look okay. And then a very beaten up Imperial Star Destroyer. I got that in Disney World like 2007, I want to say, way back when in the Lego shop. When it used to be Downtown Disney. It's now Disney Springs, I believe. So, but yeah, you can kind of see it's really kind of missing a lot of pieces, but I still kind of like to keep it. I thought I'll still keep it. So, the shelf below, we've got the Star Speeder 3000, which I really love, and it does. You can just see here. Just has try me. Press VR2. Yeah, and it still makes weird sounds. Wee bits and bobs there. Darth Vader Goofy. God, I got that again. That was like Disney World way back when. And then I've got my Star Wars Vintage Collection Boba, and a very nice sealed, which I really like, and that kind of keeps it nice. Then going along, we've got some of my Hot Toys. So I'm a big Mandalorian fan. I love the Mandos. So I'm not gonna collect a loads of the Star Wars Hot Toys, but these are just some. Like I love Django. I grew up with Django more, so I really love. It's just beautiful, and I love Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan is up there as one of my favorite Star Wars characters. I really love her in Clone Wars and Rebels, and then obviously into the recent stuff and the kind of new Boba Fett, which I really love. And I like this kind of more kind of design where he looked in Mandalorian season 2, not the look he had in the show where he just kind of had basically leather trousers. I wasn't really a fan of that kind of look. I much kind of preferred this kind of more tethered look, which I really like. A silver Darth Vader again. I think that was way back when I was at Disney World, and I built this myself. All this kind of here, this kind of Lego base, which I quite like. So it's all for my, well, not all of them, but most of the Lego figures, which sits really nice here. And then some of the kind of, well, I used to kind of have these were all kind of the Star Wars Black Series, but I don't really collect the Black Series, to be honest. And I'll show you in a second. It's more the vintage collection I prefer, just because I've also got ones from way back the early 2000s and even 99, so they kind of still fit with those ones, so I think they look really nice. But we've got Mace there, which I think my friend Russell got me, so I don't know why, I just like kind of keeping that box, to be honest, with a Battle Droid, or a Sing, which I do really like. I really like that figure. I think it's a really nice Black Series, with a Power Droid, and a 99 C-3PO there, which is really nice. And then my Scout Troopers and Speeder Bikes, which I really like. I think they look really nice together, sitting there with their boxes. I'm saying it right now again, they've got nothing inside them. I just kind of like keeping sometimes the boxes. C-3PO from Attack the Clones. And then the Slave One Jango Fett, which again is empty because it's actually, you'll see in a second, it is out. And then kind of down here in the bottom shelf, we've got Luke and Grogu Funko Pop, and then Hot Toys Pilot Snow Speeder Luke, is that what you would call it, I guess, maybe? Which I love. I really love this Hot Toys Luke. As I say, I'm not jumping to collect many Hot Toys, it's just because I just think it looks really nice. I think it looks really good. And then my lightsaber collection, I've got 3 so far. I've obviously got this Luke's, Darth Vader's, and Obi-Wan's there, which look really nice. And then we've got another Black Series with the prototype Boba Fett, which I think looks really nice, looks really great. And then some Lego here, the battle tank, which I always called it a battle tank, even though it's actually, I think it's like is it MTT? I don't know, comment down below. I don't know if it's, I know the bigger like transport one is also called M something, but I always called it a battle tank. I don't know if I was the only one that called it that, but yeah, so there's a little battle going on with Obi-Wan and his starfighter there, Ahsoka, and the ATTE, which is the kind of recent one that they did, which I think was really nice. And then the Millennium Falcon, which is the Force Awakens one, because obviously you can always tell because of the dish there. And then kind of at the bottom, we got a couple of things here. Kind of showcase off that. We got Bo-Katan helmet, which I love. Then we got Cad Bane Hot Toys. Again, really, really nice. Really love that. Hot Toys. And then the Hasbro, but right, it's not Jabba's Palace. It's obviously Bib Fortuna, but we all know that Vintage Collection Jabba is coming, and I will be probably swapping with that. And of course the dancing Jar Jar, which is amazing and terrible all at the same time. And then got a couple of things in the bottom, some 99 Phantom Menace stuff, which I really love. I've kind of gone off Funko Pops, but I still really love this, the Phantom Menace with the 3 of them there, and a couple of the beasts from Attack of the Clones. So that's all kind of from that wall there, and then kind of coming around to the corner, kind of some of the last stuff from Star Wars is my kind of table here. So some old stuff here, where the Naboo Starfighter, which I just got recently. I got at the, which one was it now? It was at Edinburgh Comic Con in October, and I managed to get it. And the guy that sold me it was really funny, because he's like, "Oh, you're going to try and make it look like the Mando one?" Because apparently a lot of folk could be doing that. But I'm like, no. I've been wanting this since I was a child, so I'm very happy that I finally have it. And then the Obi-Wan Starfighter, and then there you go, there's the Jango Fett Slave 1, as I says. And then obviously got the Tantive 4 kind of set, where I've got 2 of them together, which is really quite nice. You can put them together. And then also the Endor bunker there with an AT-ST, which I really like. And then all my Star Wars Vintage Collection figures so far, which I really love collecting. I think they're really nicely detailed for the size that they are. And then the Skiff. And then Boba Fett Slave 1, which is really nice. I think I've always really loved that one. Hasbro did that. I really like that indeed. So that's all that there. Everything up here. So yeah, that's the Star Wars stuff. So let's get on to behind me, onto the Marvel. And now on to the Marvel corner in the same room. The Star Wars stuff is behind me. So yeah, this is all my Marvel collection, and I'll just show how it connects. So as I said there, that was all the Star Wars stuff. So it goes on. So that's let's start from kind of here. So we have on the top, you can see the Blob, which is empty. It's just I like kind of keep the box again. Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, Stan Lee, J. Jonah Jameson, the Star-Lord helmet, Star-Lord statue, which is the Marvel Select, remember rightly. They're really cool. War Machine helmet. Got a cool Marvel sign in the back, which I got from work. I managed to get because they were going to bin it, and I was like, nope, I'll take that one. Some cool stuff again there. Ant-Man helmet. And on to Spider-Man. Infinity Gauntlet in the corner. And some more Funko Pops with the Mojo box, which you'll see the actual figure. Again, it's empty, but I really love that box art. Thought it was really nice. And then on this side, I've got the kind of Spider-Man villains boxed, because I really quite like them. So I've got them down. They go along on the side. And they're going to keep going down behind the computer where Sandman is. So, yeah, so below that top shelf is the kind of MCU figures that I have. So they do go in continuity order, is the way that I have displayed them. That Surtur figure I really love. I think it looks really nice. And then kind of going into Endgame. Then going into the kind of newer stuff. Just recently I got this, the Green Goblin. With a Willem Dafoe face, looks fantastic. And then kind of into the more newer stuff. And that's kind of it. I've got a little bit more space, because there is obviously going to be more stuff in the future. But just right now, I've still got a bit of space. And then below is all the kind of comic stuff. So first it goes with the X-Men. We see here. I really love the X-Men, and I like how how expanded the X-Men is, how much there is. We've got there's Mojo. I was saying that came with that box earlier. I really love. And the Sugar Man, which I still think is one of the great, even though this was a Build-A-Figure, but it's still a good, just general figure. The face sculpt I just think is fantastic. And then kind of going into the villains. There. From the X-Men villains and just into normal kind of the villains. With MODOK, who I really like that figure. I think it really just kind of sticks out. Into Spider-Man villains. I'm just like walking into things now, you know. And then get into my heroes that I have here, which I think look really nice. I really like that Hawkeye. That was this year. That came out early this year. Really like, and again, a little bit of, not much, but a little bit of space. And then we get down to the kind of last shelf, where I've got the rest of the Spider-Man that I have, which I'm not crazy about this kind of section here. I probably will change it at some point, but it is what it is right now. And then some of the movie moments, I think they were called, these the Funko Pops, but I really like them. I think they were really nice, so I've got a few of them there. Then onto my Hot Toys, Mysterio, which I really love. I think that's a really nicely detailed Hot Toys. Then going on to my Spider-Man I have. I've just got the one. But I love that suit. It's one of my favourite suits. I think it looks great. And on to Captain Marvel. Then the Captain Marvel from Endgame, which I think looks really good. And then probably my favourite is the Hot Toys Sam Captain America, which just looks amazing at any angle. I think it just looks fantastic. And then a close second, I would actually say, is the Scarlet Witch from WandaVision, not from the recent Doctor Strange. I much prefer the WandaVision costume, if I'm honest. I think it looks fine in Doctor Strange, but I just think it looks a bit better in WandaVision. And then we got Endgame Thor, which again looks great. And then we've got T'Chaka, which is easily my favourite Black Panther costume. I love this costume. I actually kind of wish that instead of Black Panther 2, they actually did like a prequel with T'Chaka. I think I would have much preferred that personally. I really love this costume. I think it looks great. And lastly, we have Ant-Man and a random Coca-Cola. But it is Marvel because it was that they did it this year. They were doing, I think it was like a prize to go to Disneyland Paris, I think it was, or something like that. And then I would easily say this is my holy grail of my collection. This was something I wish I got when it was actually kind of first out, but I finally got this year, was Galactus, which looks fantastic. I love this thing so much. And in case you maybe don't know, it does light up. You can do that. And then it also lights up as well. And I think it looks amazing. And it kind of sits on this table here, which is kind of a Fantastic Four table. I've got the Fantastic Four kind of looking up to him. Just move my hand. That's covering the camera. With obviously some of the heralds of Galactus, which is there. And then another kind of shelf we have, a couple of wee bits there. And then kind of the Funko Pop collection. I'm not gonna lie, I've got loads more of Marvel Funko Pops, but space right now, they're just kind of mostly in storage right now. So these are like my favourite ones, at least, that I have there. So yeah, so that's all the Marvel stuff you have here, which I love, and I think that it looks so good now. They're in much better shelves than they were. And then obviously I'll sneeze. Jesus, ruined that there. And then obviously the Star Wars stuff, and then I'll quickly just show you what I have in this wall before you get to the stairs. Is the guests I've met at Comic-Cons. So let's kind of go through and kind of time-wise, I guess. So 2017 was here. When I used to have hair, where did it all go wrong? And then, I can't remember actually which way it goes. I think it goes this way first. Where, that was like 2 years ago, I think now. And then, get into more recent guests that I've met, who have all been really cool. I've not really had a bad experience in terms of meeting guests, so luckily I've been pretty lucky so far. I mean, the best I'd say so far was John Rhys-Davies. He was, as I think many people know, he is a character when you meet him, and he was lovely meeting him. And then meeting Matt Smith, he is my favourite Doctor. Meeting Matt Smith was a bit of a moment of the year. That was this year I met him, so that was really cool. So yes, let's continue the collection going upstairs. So going upstairs, we have what I like to call the Wizarding World of Middle-earth. So it's a bit of a mix of Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. I can apologise of the light. It's not really great lighting the stairs, but we have at the bottom, it goes the Blu-rays of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Very dusty DVD sets I still have of the original Lord of the Rings, which I love, and obviously a Blu-ray of Harry Potter. Some wands that I really like. And then the kind of Funko Pops, which of Harry Potter, which I really like, as well as that was the 4K box set in the back. Again, look at this dust, man. You think I'd clean before making a video, jeez, but yeah, that was the 4K box set of Harry Potter, which was in a nice kind of Hogwarts express train, which was really cool. And then above that top shelf, which I really like, is kind of mostly the Lord of the Rings stuff. So this is going way back. These toys are easily some of the first I remember collecting when I was young, way back in the early 2000s. Me and my friend Russell, we used to swap them with each other, and I loved collecting them so much. And these are all way back then. These are not recently bought or anything. They are still what they are. So yeah, so in a couple of boxes. The box though of There and Back Again set, that is a new thing. That was not when I was a kid. I didn't really kind of keep things boxed, to be honest. I opened those things up. So yeah, so a couple of things. Sit there, which I think looked really nice. I really love this. Was from Noble Collection, and it's the dwarf coins. And it's in a beautiful, this set, and I just love it. I think it looks beautiful with the Gandalf pipe in front there. And I got a couple of things in the wall I've got up. So I've got Gimli's axe and Lucius Malfoy's cane. So they I've got them sitting on the wall, which I think look really, I love them. I think they look really good with the one ring in the corner. So I'll just get up here. And I've got a wee shelf for my kind of Disney stuff, which I've got the 30th anniversary t-shirt. It's hanging up because it doesn't really fit me. It's such, like, look at the size of the neck area. It's huge. Like it kind of fits me, but it's just awkwardly, like, it's too big there. So I thought I'll just hang up. And then above, obviously, 30th anniversary bag. Some of my pins, which isn't all, because I've actually got some in my jacket, so that's some there. Doctor Who Worlds of Wonder, where they went to Edinburgh. Went to that. Disneyland Paris, 30th anniversary. That was the Starbucks mug you could get there. And a couple of bits and bobs. Here are some coins that you can get. And me and Captain Marvel. There we are. So yeah, let's continue upstairs into the loft and the rest of the collection. Okay, so now we're in the loft space of my collection. I showed you downstairs, that was the Marvel and the Star Wars, and the bottom of the stairs where the Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter such is there. And now we're into the loft, and I'm going to say right now, I can only show you it in bits because at the time of recording, it's Christmas time and I've got some presents lying about, so I can't really do like a full shot of the whole collection in here, which might sound a bit kind of meh, but it is what it is. So, first of all, I'm going to show you the Doctor Who stuff. So, let's get seeing that. So, here we have the Doctor Who side of the loft space. So, we'll go left, we'll work from there. So, here it is all there, looking very nice. Show you the kind of top. I have up here all the TARDISes together. And all the Doctors, the ones that's been released so far. What I've kind of done right now, these are just kind of like how I've picked them, I guess. They're kind of my favourite looks of the Doctors, I guess. I would say, with the screwdrivers below. And no, I don't have the 14th one because that sold out insanely quick, so I don't have that, sadly. The robotic canine from way back when does not work anymore, as you can imagine. And then kind of below, that's all the kind of the DVDs and Blu-rays. When I get the collection sets, I do take out the DVDs, just pure and simply space. How it is. Then next to it is my Dalek collection, which I really like, actually. I really like the Daleks. I can't go too crazy because space is getting very tight. And then moving on to the right, is this kind of wee section here, some shelves which can have a kind of mix of things that I have and I've picked up over the years. which I like, as you can probably guess. Matt is like one of my favourites. And for some odd reason, his era just has like they did a Spork, like they did like weird things during that time. It was and the bobbleheads and just bizarre things. And then moving down, I love the kind of Big Finish 3-pack set that they did. Not 3-pack set, 3 sets separately. Sorry, which I really like. Sonic lipstick there, with the TARDIS key. Sarah Jane's watch, and then I love these from Egomos, the TARDIS consoles. I think they look fantastic. I really love these. And then going down again, it's a bit of just a mix really. All the K9s, Dalek boxed in the back, and then along with these ships, which these are great, and then they stopped doing them, and it's a bit of a shame. That was years ago they did them. And then the other one, that's all the Egomos figures that I have, which is there with one of my favourite. I really love the Silurian 3-pack set. I love that set a lot. And then the bottom shelf, just nowhere else to put them, so they're sitting there. And then below that, I've got books and the magazines and some Big Finish, which I don't really listen to much of, to be honest. Just some bits and bobs, some posters there, mostly from the Doctor Who magazines. And then kind of going over to the door, where I have some hanged up, boxed figures, which I really like. And then got Matt Smith there. And here, because sadly I'll never meet Tom Baker, but there is my granddad, which he met back in, oh God, I think it was 81. And I say that because the photo that he signed for him, that Tom Baker had on him, was this. And he signed it for Amanda, which was my mum. So really nice there. And then kind of moving on, what have we got now? We've got Funko Pops. I have them all here. I'm going to say right now, that Van Gogh right there is not the Brights official Doctor Who one. It's just simply they did a Van Gogh with Funko Pop, and I really liked it. And I think it looked really nice with the rest of them. And then kind of going down, I've got a couple of TARDIS box ones there with the 7th Doctor umbrella, which I really love. I think looks really great. And then kind of lastly with the Doctor Who collection is the overall shelf of all my Doctor Who figures. So, talk about the top here. Beautiful, what's this called? Bust, I guess. Bust statue of Matt Smith. Really love, with some Egomos Daleks and the Dalek Emperor in the back, which I think is fantastic. And then what was this called? The Junkyard TARDIS, I think it was called. Really nice. And a couple more wee bits and bobs. And then actually talk about the Doctor Who figure collection, which is all from character. So yeah, it fills this whole bookcase off. So yeah, so I've done it. As you can imagine, it's in order of just by the year, from the 60s until now, which isn't sadly much right now. We've got, we don't even, at the time of recording, there's not even been an announcement yet of a Ncuti Gatwa Doctor figure, which is quite a shame. Maybe it's because they're struggling to identify his Doctor, because we already know this, that they're going to do different costumes for every episode. So I don't know, maybe they're just visually they're struggling with that, but yeah. So all the figures there when you come into the loft. So we've got all there, got them there, then yeah. So it takes up, just walking into things now. So it takes up quite a bit of space. And then leading off from the Doctor Who collection is my James Bond collection, which isn't a crazy amount, mostly because, and I think if you're a Bond fan, you'll get what I'm about to say here, is a lot of stuff to collect with James Bond is just, it's quite hard. They're either extremely expensive or just not very interesting for me. So at the kind of top, how I do it is kind of items, kind of, I don't know how to kind of describe it really, but it's a little bit of a mix. But I'll just kind of show them about. These are great. I loved them, and it was sad to hear that they're not doing them anymore. The company, I guess the company went bust. Is that the best way to kind of say it? A lot of this stuff I found on eBay. I don't know if they still do them. There was a company, I forget what they were called. Was it Prop Maker or something? Great, like they did these things. They're fantastic. They did some really good stuff, like this as well. The Renard, kind of, Christ, what do they call it? It's like a kind of profile thing. I don't know what you want to call it, but and then obviously the GoldenEye, which I love. The Lego Aston Martin, Funko Pop Aston Martin, and the wee mini Aston Martin that they did with Lego as well. And then the Day of the Dead mask, which I love. I think it looks fantastic there. And some more from Big Chief Studios. And then kind of bottom, we've got the VHS collection. Does anyone else miss when they used to do this? You'd put them all together and they'd make like an image. Remember The Simpsons did many of them years ago. Kind of Funko Pop collection. Then just kind of like a mix of books in there and the comics, and then the car collection next to it, which I really love. And then just a bit of a mix of games and Blu-rays there, and more Funko Pops there. And yeah, as I said, it's not a crazy amount, but I love it. It's enough for me. I like it. That's the James Bond. So James Bond stuff there. The next to it was obviously the Doctor Who. So next to that is a Christmas tree right now in front of things. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to quickly move this so I can actually showcase off what's behind. But quickly just kind of show off the Christmas tree. This is what I kind of have. There's my wee Scarlet Witch and Spider-Man, and it was Stitch down here. Yeah, so it's nice. So I'm going to move this so we can actually talk about what's behind it. Okay, so moving on, and I moved the Christmas tree over for the time being to talk about the corner here, which is where I keep my Power Rangers collection. So Power Rangers was my childhood. Absolutely adored the show. And then I never watched it for, God, what, 15 years maybe, plus? And then see when you get older and you just don't really care and you go, you know what, I'm just going to watch things that it just gives me some enjoyment in life, you know, and this is kind of what it was. I ended up rewatching it. It's all over YouTube now. Someone's done like every single episode you can basically get on YouTube, and I've rewatched it twice recently. Then obviously we had the 30th anniversary, which, you know, I enjoyed. And so, yeah, I've kind of gotten back into kind of really kind of collecting. So let's get into it. We have the Lord Zed helmet from Hasbro, which is amazing. In the back, I've got two boxes from Toy Biz. I only have the two. They do have them in it, but I remember rightly that one's actually got some bits missing. And then I've kind of got the figure collection, the Lightning collection from Hasbro. So we've got the Mighty Morphing team there. I do have Zack in the gold shield. I don't have like a normal kind of Zack, it's just that, but I do love that look. I think it looks great. Then the Alien Rangers, which was a great 5-pack that they did. We've got Zeo, and then moving into Turbo. So far we only have the Red Ranger for Turbo, which is a bit of a shame. But that's what it is, because apparently right now they're in hiatus, which is a bit of a shame. In Space, love that series. Lost Galaxy, only one of Lightspeed right now as well. They've done Time Force again, which I don't get why they've not done more for Time Force, because Time Force is hugely popular, I know, overall. One Wild Force there, Dino Thunder, SPD. I love SPD, and that's kind of, I don't really collect anything more, because SPD I remember is when I stopped watching Power Rangers when I was younger. And then we've got some Morphers there with the Blue Ranger. Spear? Christ, what do you even call it? I can't remember what that was named, but yeah, I've got that. My friend got me that Russell last year, Christmas. Could you believe it? It was quite a surprise, and absolutely adore it. And quickly talk about the back. I've got some of the Megazords, the Astro Megazord, which I absolutely love. I was a bit half and half at first, but no, I really love it now. The Dragon Zord, which looks dinky, but if you know size-wise, the Astro Megazord is huge. It's a lot bigger than the average Megazord. And then obviously the Zeo Megazord we have there, which is really nice. So let's go down a little bit and talk about the shelves below. So this is where I kind of keep all the bad guys basically together. So we've got Lord Zed and his kind of team together. Got some putties there. Down there. God, I was going to try and name all these because I don't think I would do. I would do not too bad. I know Pumpkin Wrapper, Piranha Head, Eye Guy, Sphinx, Minotaur, and Pudgy Pig. I think that's not too bad. I think I was close there. And then obviously some helmets, which I really love there. And then can I go into the right? Obviously the Gold Ranger dagger. Dagger? Staff. I'm thinking of dagger because I know the Green Ranger one's right there. But yeah, the Gold Ranger from Zeo, which was great. That was when that would have been when Toy Biz still had it. And that was the last stuff they were doing. It was the Legacy line, I'm pretty sure. And it was great stuff they were doing. And yeah, so this is the kind of top shelf. Snizzard there. God, I'm doing no bad actually with names here. the old brain is doing okay right now. Astronomer. The Psycho Rangers, which I love. I love when the Psycho Rangers were great. And the SPD A group, I remember rightly they're called. And I really love that box as well, kept in the back. And then below we've got some of the Funko Pops, and then also below, which I quite like this little bit here, obviously the Gold Ranger dagger, as I mentioned. Got some box figures there, but that's not got the Alien Rangers in that. Obviously you've seen them. This isn't a box version. I just really liked the box art for that, so I kind of wanted to keep that. And I can quickly talk about it. There's nothing really much to talk about here. So, something about me is, I'm a big Nicolas Cage fan. I absolutely adore that man. So yeah, that's just all Nicolas Cage movies right there. And then below some Disney movies. And then kind of below that, it's just a mix of stuff there. Scrubs on the floor because I've got nowhere else to put it, sadly. So, yes. So, that is the Power Rangers corner. I'll move the Christmas tree back over and continue with that. So continuing from the Power Rangers corner, I've moved the Christmas tree back. So let's talk about the next thing, which is kind of a movie mix. Mostly kind of action kind of stuff. I'm a big action movie guy. So here is the NECA figures, which I think are great, beautifully detailed. You'll see there a mix of kind of 1/6 scale stuff. So we've got Jackie Chan from Star Toys, I remember rightly, John Wick from Hot Toys, as well as a Barney Ross from Hot Toys, and then Rambo from 3 Zone, I think it is. And then back we Chitty Chitty Bang Bang box set, the Expendables bust there, and then going on, we've got some Funko Pops, as well as a couple of wee bits and bobs. And then, quite possibly, one of my most favourite thing in my collection is the Men in Black gun from Factory Entertainment. I absolutely love this gun. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's amazing in this case. I love it. So, next, Back to the Future, again from NECA, as well as Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Maybe a bit adult, I don't know, for some viewers, but... And then Jay and Silent Bob with the Funko Pops and figures from them. And Turbo Man. I absolutely love Jingle All The Way, and it's so cool to have that. And then kind of below, it's not much to talk about, but this is all my action movie DVD collection that I have. And as you can see, I am running out of space and it's getting a bit, basically getting a bit too much, as you can imagine. So next to that is my armchair where I obviously watch the TV, and then a couple wee bits and bobs of kind of more DVDs and stuff. So I love the Arrow collection. I really love those Blu-rays. I think they're fantastic. I really love them. And then kind of it's a mix of stuff kind of going down. Kind of see Blu-rays and more kind of it's games and such forth. I kind of have there. So talking about DVDs, let's go into the last thing and talk about, to my right, the DVD collection. So as I said, next after that is my DVD collection, and I can kind of stand it back a little bit and showcase off. This is the other side of the loft. But before that, let's actually talk about this. So this is my, what am I calling this now? What was it? My Lego Marvel City. Yeah, that's the one. So yeah, so it's taken some time to get this, so can I give you a good look around of it? You can see all there, the Sanctum Sanctorium, which was great. Then got the bookshop that they did, and then the hotel with the Daily Bugle up there. So there we are. That's just, it's not much, but I like it. I like it. It's not. That's the thing about my collection. I like collecting many different kind of things, so it's not always going to be a huge thing of one thing. It's very much a mix. So first of all, let's actually talk about. So what I do up here is I have my 4K Steelbook collection up here, and how I kind of do it is kind of, well, first of all, they're done through release of years, and it's kind of my favourite films and action movies. I don't want to start getting too heavy of collecting all that. So let's, DVDs. I'm seeing it right now, and this might be a vlog in the future maybe. I'm redoing these shelves. These shelves are horrible. They waste a lot of space, and they're too chunky. Because originally they weren't really for this, they were kind of more just for other stuff at the time of the collection, but so yeah, it's all alphabetical order, the way I have done the DVD collection, shelf by shelf. Sadly, where the TV is, you can't really see a certain part of the DVD collection, which doesn't really help, but you get the gist of the collection overall. And I'll try and walk over stuff, hopefully. And here we are, so you can see that. And then lastly thing to talk about, it's not much, but is my Batman collection. I'm a big Batman fan as well, and as I said, it's not much, but I like it. So if you're wondering where these posters came from, it's the same with that one as well. They came with the 4K box sets, which were very nice. I really like it, as well as I've also got the Christian Bale Batman Begins Hot Toys, which I think is fantastic. It looks great. I much prefer it than the one. I'm not a big fan of the Dark Knight version onwards. I much preferred that look. So yeah, that's it. That's the collection. So there we have it. That is my entire collection. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too long. If you have anything to ask, please comment down below. We can talk about it. If you want to know maybe where I got something or such like, please ask away. I have no issue whatsoever. As it says, I love collecting. I plan on still doing it. It's been something I've been doing for years and years. I thoroughly enjoy doing it. It's very much a hobby and a passion. You know, it's something that you gotta love. And it's very much, it's a mix of things. It's not just, you know, I see many people that they just collect DVDs, or many people that just collect Lego sets. More power to them. That's clearly something that they love, but I just love kind of many different things. So it's kind of, it's not fun in the old bank account, but it is what it is. So I hope you enjoyed this first kind of vlog that I'm doing, and hopefully I will be doing more in the future. I hope you enjoy it. I will be doing a video hopefully soon. If you're a Doctor Who fan, I guess, will be the review for the Christmas special coming up. But if you don't watch that, I hope you have a good Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope it's all good for you. I will be getting pished and looking forward to that. So, yes, so more videos in the future. Please comment down below, like, share, and subscribe. Till then, see you later.